Hello and welcome to the Drew and Stu podcast. This is the AFC South Division preview. I'm Drew Livingstone. That's Cam Stewart. Cam, last week on our AFC North preview show, we both picked the Baltimore Ravens to come fourth place, and the comments were a little spicy. I don't back down from what we said, though. I don't back down.
Hey,
I don't care.
Nobody, not Steeler fans gonna like us. Brown fans gonna like us. Bengal and Raven, they hate us, but we move forward.
I will say probably too. Ravens have the worst fans in the division, like quality wise. Like I think I'd rather it'd be more fun to cheer with the Browns fans.
Oh yeah, I'm not a Steeler guy because that Super Bowl, it's not the fans' fault. It was a horrible officiated game, and I'll never forgive the referee Bill Levy. But I will say this: I think Browns are they're my sentimental team.
The dog pound? Hell yeah!
Yeah, I just want them to do well. The people of Cleveland deserve something. Like give them a break. It's like the way I feel about Buffalo. Cut them some slack.
So let's start with the defending champion Houston Texans. Cam went 10-7 last year. They were 3-4 against teams with a winning record. They improved and they added Stephon Diggs. They added Danielle Hunter. They added Fuller-Ruzno. They added Settle. They added Shear. They added Audrey from the Titans, which I think is huge as pass rusher. They lost Townsend, Fant, Nelson, Singletary. They added Mixon though, so that's fine. They added Akuda at corner. Cam, they're improved in a lot of spots, and they're everyone's pick to win, make a Super Bowl run in the AFC. My issue is media darlings every offseason. We saw it 2 years ago with the Bills, the year before that with the Chargers. Anytime there's an up-and-coming team, people are like, oh, this team's going to be so good. This offseason, it's the Packers and the Texans. Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, Packers, Texans, Super Bowl. Texans going to make the AFC Championship. All this stuff. That team never performs up to what they should do. Cam, is C.J. Stroud going to suffer a sophomore slump, or are they going to work it out?
I think I got to be honest with you, and I don't think this is going to be a popular take. I think he kind of stays the same. I don't think he gets better. I think he gets hit a lot more. I think now people are not going to take Houston lightly. They played a lot of teams like, it's the Texans. Remember,
Cam, they actually played bad against good teams last year, though.
They lost. Remember, they lost to the Carolina Panthers last year. Let's just remember that. They had
the second easiest schedule in the NFL, and they finished 10-7. And people are like, "Oh, they were so good against good teams." No, they actually got smoked. Look in the playoffs; they got slaughtered by the Ravens. They beat the Browns. That was Flacco throwing picks. That was a terrible game. But Cam, they weren't as good as people make it up, make it sound like.
What's their win total? Is it 11 flat?
It's 9.5.
9.5. See, that's a good number by the books because that should be you got to believe it. They'd be 10.5.
No, but that's what I mean. Everyone on these preview shows is saying, "Oh, 12 wins, AFC champion," and then
they win 9 or 10, right on the number, on the number, either up or down. Right. Yeah, I agree with you again, which is really weird. Yeah.
Do you think they repeat as division champions?
Yes, I do, but I also think the other teams in the division are going to be pretty bad. This is a bad division, in my opinion.
Okay, so let's look at their schedule. Let's go through it, play the game that Cam loves the most. I don't know if he loves it the most. Yep. We'll see. Week 1, Cam, they go to at Indianapolis.
Loss.
Wow, okay. Week 2, host the Chicago Bears.
Not easy. Win.
Okay. Week 3, at Minnesota.
Win.
Week 4, at Jacksonville comes to town.
Win.
Week 5, Buffalo Bills go to Houston.
Loss.
Week 6, at New England.
Win.
Week 7, at Green Bay.
Loss.
Week 8, Indianapolis comes to Houston.
Win.
Week 9, at New York Jets.
Loss.
Week 10, Detroit comes to Houston.
Loss.
Week 11, at Dallas.
Loss.
Week 12, Tennessee and Houston.
Win.
Week 13, at Jacksonville.
Win.
Week 15, Miami Dolphins in Houston.
Loss.
Week 16, at Kansas City.
Loss.
Week 17, Baltimore at home.
Loss.
Week 18, at Tennessee.
Win.
You have them going 8-9.
That's what you like. You like them to win 8 games, don't you? I think they'll win. I think they'll win 9. Actually, so that's. I know I played the game
them under their win total, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's 9.5." Everyone's hammering the over 9.5. That's why it's minus 150. Cam plus 130 for under 9.5 wins with this team.
It's very similar to the hot teams right now: Atlanta, Houston, and Green Bay. Yes. That's that people think they're locks, and
everyone's like, "Oh, Atlanta's gonna be so good because Kirk Cousins." We don't even know if Kirk Cousins is gonna be playing. Like, what are you guys talking about? Like,
Atlanta actually did some really stupid things in the draft, but we'll get to them later on in a future episode.
Yes, but Cam, you like them under their 9.5 win totals.
Yes.
Is this something you will be betting, or is this something you just?
I'll bet it, but it's tough. I think I really believe it'll be Like I played the game. What did I give them? 8. I think they'll win 9 games or 10, but I think I'd rather
You
take
can't
the lower
possibly
end.
bet them to win the division. Then
No, well, look at the other teams in the division.
Yes, Jacksonville, Indy, and Tennessee.
I think all those teams are like the best team. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be like 10, 9, 6, 5.
So I agree. I think this whole division
Yes.
is 9
Yeah.
wins, 9 wins,
Yeah.
9 wins, 9 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cam. Let's move on to the Tennessee Titans, who are 4th place in the division at plus 800 to win the division.
Win total.
Will Levis was 3-6 last year. Tannehill was 3-6. They added Calvin Ridley. They added Snead. They added Cushionberry. They added Awuzie. Snead and Awuzie adding at corner camp.
Snead is a huge acquisition.
And Awuzie.
Huge. I know. Awuzie's great too.
Their corner duo is very good. Their defense is going to be sneaky unreal. They added Kenneth Murray, inside linebacker. Tony Pollard from Derrick Henry. Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I like Pollard. They need they need a pound back though. Like they'll pick up some guy like a fullback to help Pollard.
They definitely downgraded there, but Cam, they're 1-4 against teams with 9 wins. Their only win against a winning team was that Miami Monday night craziness. But they added their huge defense. They added the OC from Cincinnati and Callahan. That's another reason why I think Cincinnati takes a step back. I loved Vrabel. I was a big Vrabel guy, but I think this team needed that injection. And Will Levis with a full offseason get ready as the starter. Cam, I think this team could be sneaky good.
What's the win total? There's like 5.5 or 6, right? 6.5.
Their win total is 6.5, and it's plus money to the over.
I'll take the over. I think they can win. I think they can win 7 games or 8 games.
I think they could win 10, Cam. I think they're in the range.
Wow, you're Tom Titan over here. Okay, holy jeez.
I really like this defense, and I think they have.
I never knew you were the Tommy Titan. Like you, dude. If you know what their odds are to win the division, you probably get. I'm thinking 10 to 1.
800. Plus 800.
What? Yeah, I would say if you shop around, I think you
could probably get 1,000 plus 1,000.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Okay, let's go through their schedule. Let me bring it up here. Cam, what do you think about Will Levis before we get into their schedule? Like,
I think Will Levis is. Yes, I do. I watched Will Levis play at Kentucky. He did pretty good for a guy that got thrown in the fire. He is going to be better with a year under his belt. I'm not saying he's still going to do stupid things, but also he throws a great deep ball, Drew. You know that, and he's actually more athletic than people think. I think they're going to get him to run a little bit more.
I do like the duo of Ridley and Hopkins. My issue with Levis is he's like a see and then throw guy. Like he's like Allen, Mahomes, and Rodgers are all that as well. They're not really like the anticipation guys, but they have the cannons. Levis has a cannon, but he's not as like polished as those other 3.
I think Levis has a big cannon. He could really.
I agree. It's not polished, is what I'm saying.
So it's gonna. You know what? He's not going to get any worse with another season under his belt.
100%, Cam, and that's why they added more receivers. They have more weapons for him. Yeah, I think they're going to be really good with their new OC as well. Okay, week 1, Chicago comes to town.
Win.
Sorry, at Chicago.
Win.
Still think it's win. Okay, week 2, Jets come to town.
Win.
Week 3, Green Bay Packers come to town.
Loss.
Week 4 at Miami, revenge spot from last year from Miami.
Loss.
Okay. Week 6 at Indianapolis comes to Tennessee.
Win.
Week 7 at Buffalo.
Loss.
Week 8 at Detroit.
Loss. Their schedule is not that easy, man.
Week 9 Patriots come to town.
Win. Hey, that's a good one.
Week 10 Chargers come to town.
Loss.
Ooh. Week 11 Vikings come to town. JJ McCarthy against Will Levis.
Win.
Okay. Week 12 at Houston.
I think they can win that game. They could steal one.
Okay. Week 13 at Washington.
Win.
Week 14 Jacksonville comes to Tennessee.
Win. How many wins do I have them right now?
Week 15 Cincinnati comes to town.
Loss.
Week 16 at Indy.
Win.
Week 17 at Jacksonville.
Loss.
Week 18 to end the season, Houston comes to Tennessee.
Win for Tennessee. I think that's 9 or 10.
That's 10 wins you gave them, Cam. So you're Mr. Titan as well. You're chirping me. You give them 10 wins.
Yeah, I'm Terrence Titan. You're Tommy Titan. We're Titan squared. I'd actually like them to win 9 or 10, so it's pretty accurate. I like them to go over that win total.
Plus money for over 6.5, Cam.
That will be bet. So we've already made, but basically this game is putting us in a ballpark, and all the things that are above 2, that that's a great margin. 1 is kind of meh, but if we like 2 more, like if I originally thought 7 and it's 9 or 8, then it's 10, then I will bet it, and it will be bet. Titans over 7. What is it? 6.5?
Yeah, it's 6.5.
Oh my God! Yeah, they'll win 7 games.
It's plus money, and it's
yes,
plus money. Cam.
Yes.
When we take alt over 8.5, it's plus 300. I know.
Shut
Cam,
down!
I know.
Stop!
I know.
Just take the damn win. None of this
I'm
alt
going to.
crap.
I'm
Take the
going to.
win.
I like the alt wins as well. So that come week 12 or
I
come week
get
12,
it.
they're at 7. I can be like, oh, cash out.
Every time I do that alt stuff in golf, you know where it gets me? One swing away from winning a lot of money,
yeah.
and I'm always disappointed. Next.
Yep. It's just like the alt lines on the props for games. Like, oh, I think you can get 100 yards instead of that 93 prop.
Just
yeah,
take,
okay.
he finds a 98.
Okay,
Yep.
so we both love the Titans at 10 wins. So we both think they're going to finish with a better record than Houston. Interesting, considering Houston's the big favorite for the division. Tennessee.
Well, we're reading each other's mail. I think Houston's they're good. But I told you, this division is like, there's the fact that people think Houston is a clear-cut lock to win the division is not true.
Okay, Cam, moving on to the Colts. Anthony Richardson returning from injury. Who else they get back? They get Latu as their new edge rusher. They added Flacco as their backup. They added Donnie Mitchell to replace Isaiah McKenzie as their number 2 receiver. Pittman's back. Cam, I think they could be fine. It's just, do you believe in Anthony Richardson? He looked okay in the 4 games he started. He had a bunch of rushing touchdowns. But is he good enough to perform in the NFL? I mean, he was very inaccurate in college, and like he did jump passes and stuff in the NFL. I just think Steichen can make him figure it out, and I think this offense could be pretty good.
I think Steichen's one of the best coaches in the league. I think the Colts are a very dangerous team. I think
they won 9 games with Gardner Minshew.
What's their total? It's low.
Their total is 8.5.
I think they win probably 8 or 9 games.
Okay, so you think their total is right around the number? I agree with you. So let's go through their schedule and see if you really think it. What do you think, Jonathan Taylor in fantasy?
I think Richardson's going to gobble up a lot of his stuff.
So you wouldn't take Taylor? Taylor's going like top 5, top 10. And
I'd take him like low end, like 7 or 8.
Okay, fair enough.
What do you think? You know, Richardson's a running guy. He might job him at the goal line. That's the whole thing.
But see, rushing quarterbacks can sometimes help running backs too because of the option, and they're like, oh, we got to cover Richardson, and then Taylor just pounds through an easy one guy.
The best is a CFL. You just take the backup quarterback because the starter comes out when it's 1 yard off the ball. That Tommy Stevens from Calgary is a lock every week to get a touchdown. Anyway, we'll do a CFL show at another time.
Maybe not. I hate
probably not, but I still love the league. Continue.
Okay, week 1, Houston goes to Indy.
Andy.
Okay,
I probably said Houston last. Another thing when I play this game, I don't remember what I picked.
Yeah, it's fine. Week 2 at Green Bay.
Loss.
Okay, week 3, Chicago and Indy.
Indy.
Week 4 at Pittsburgh in Indy.
Loss.
Week 5 at Jacksonville.
Win.
Week 6 at Tennessee.
Loss.
Week 7, Miami at home.
Loss.
Week 8 at Houston.
Loss.
Week 9 at Minnesota.
Win.
Week 10, Buffalo and Indy.
Loss.
Week 11 at New York Jets.
Oh, God, this is not going very well. Loss.
Week 12, Detroit and Indy.
Loss.
Week 13 at New England.
Win.
Week 15 at Denver.
Win.
Week 16, Tennessee and Indy.
Win.
Week 17 at the Giants.
Win. I think they win 4 of their last 5
Week
games.
18, Jacksonville comes to town.
Maybe another win. What do I got there?
That's
I think they win 4.
Wins.
I think they win 4 of their last 5. I gave them like 5 in a row at the end, but I think that their schedule at the end will save their win total. So if they get off to a hot start, that's the thing about this bet. If they start off good, you're sitting there going, "Oh my God, we got winnable games against the Patriots, a couple other jabronis at the end of the season." Nice.
So you have them at 9-8, Cam, with their totals 8.5, which means we will not be betting this because if it's on only one win over or under, that means we don't want to bet.
So who do we have right now? So far, just to recap, what teams did we take?
We got Houston under.
Houston,
we got Houston 8-9 under the 9.5, which we probably won't bet because that's really close.
Yeah.
Tennessee, we have them at 10 wins over 6.5, which means we will bet because that's 4 game difference.
Yep.
Indy, we have at 9-8 over 8.5, which is really close, so probably not betting. Their division odds are plus 330. Do you think you sprinkle on that?
No, I don't want to touch that.
So
that division's too wonky. If I bet anybody, it'll be Tennessee at a crazy price.
Yes, hell yeah, that's it. Mr. Titans over here, the Titans podcast. That's what we are. Your Jacksonville Jaguars came up next.
Dude, this is a team I'm not very fond of Jacksonville this year.
So Jacksonville last year, if people remember, was Cam's pick to make the Super Bowl out of the AFC.
Hey! Trevor Lawrence got hurt, and they started off pretty damn good.
Yeah, they started off 9-3, and then
thank you. Okay, but not this year.
So this year, Cam,
what's their win total?
Their win total is, let me bring it up here.
Probably not 9.5. Under.
Oh, under. Before even saying anything, under. Okay, let's see. They added Gabe Davis. Replaced Gabe Davis with
Who
Cam.
cares?
They did
Okay.
replace Calvin Ridley with Gabe Davis. Do you think it's an upgrade or a
Ooh,
downgrade?
Gabe Davis. The guy runs one pattern deep.
Hey, they also added Brian Thomas Jr. Cam, who's pretty decent. Like you gotta say, that's pretty
Jacksonville
good.
has a lot of issues though, and one is keeping Steffi Graf upright, aka Trevor Lawrence.
Which is why I like some of their moves. They added Mitch Morse from Buffalo, who was their center. They added him as their new center for Trevor Lawrence, but I think is a huge upgrade. He can now dissect the defense for Trevor. Having a solid center is huge for the quarterback, Cam. They lost their starting corner. They lost Duvernay, who cares? Or sorry, they added Duvernay, who cares? They lost Trey Herndon. It's pretty much the same.
Their second, I don't think their secondary is very good.
Yeah, they lost Beathard, who's the backup quarterback. Their secondary is okay.
Who's their backup if CJ Beathard's not there?
Mac Jones, remember? They added Mr. Mac Jones.
Actually, I want to see Mac Jones play for the Jaguars and see if it's just the Patriots.
That'd be terrible.
If I bet their win total under, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
Fair enough.
Okay, hold on. Stop the tape. So you're telling me you're in love with the Titans and all of a sudden you're bigging up Jacksonville? You can't have it. Like, how many wins
I'm
do you
not
think
bigging them up. I'm just saying I think they're better than Indianapolis and maybe Houston. I just think they're Cam. I think their offense has improved. Adding Brian.
Yeah. This team just pisses me off. I'm still bitter about that. And I usually come back to teams that piss me off, but that was
if Lawrence stays healthy, they probably win 11, 12 games. Like they easily win the division last year.
11, 12 games, and you like the
had
Titans
9 when he got hurt.
Oh my God, help me. Okay.
I'm saying last year.
Yeah. You think how many games do you think they win now before I play the game? They win 9 or 10 tops.
I think 10 or 11.
Oh, 11. Okay. Fair.
That's I think. Okay,
let's play.
Let's start the game, Cam. Let's see what you got. Hang on, I got this. This schedule I got is way too small to read. Get out of here.
Jeez, I got some real problems on my phone right now. I got to deal with the situation.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Week 1, Miami Dolphins.
Loss.
Week 2, Cleveland in Jacksonville.
Loss.
Week 3, Buffalo.
Where?
It is in Cleveland or in Jacksonville. Sorry.
Win.
Okay. Week 4 versus Houston at home.
Loss.
Week 5 at Indy.
Win.
Week 6, New England.
Win. I basically have the Patriots winning
Chicago.
One game this year. Oh, I have Chicago. I think Chicago's total's like 8.5. I put them loss in this game every time. Loss.
Okay. So wait, Jacksonville's losing or Chicago's losing?
Chicago's losing.
Okay, so win for Jacksonville. Week 8, New England.
Win.
Week 9, Green Bay.
Loss.
Week 10, Philadelphia.
Loss.
Week 11, Minnesota.
Win.
Week 12, Detroit.
Loss.
Week 13 is their bye. Week 14, Houston.
Where?
In Houston.
Loss.
Okay. Week 15, Tennessee comes to town.
Win.
Week 16, Jets.
Where?
In New York.
Loss.
Okay. Week 18. Not week 18. I think I screwed up the weeks anyways. Week 16, Vegas. At home.
Where am I at?
Week 17 at Tennessee.
Loss.
Week 18 to end the season against Indianapolis.
Win.
Okay, so you have them at 9 wins. Right on the total, 9 and 8. I think they can win 10 or 11, but that's fine. This is your game, not mine. So we will not be betting the total then because you have them at 9. Total's 8.5.
I don't know why you're not playing the game, but that's a story for another episode.
This is more fun. It's the Drew. Drew does the stuff that
you know what? When I look like an idiot. Oh, by the way, Drew, did you see me eat that? The hot dog
baguette with
Oh yeah.
I put the hot dog in a baguette, Cam. Whoever's idea what that was should be fired. That was stupid.
Well, they didn't tell me I had competition that day. I walked in, whatever. I would have if I took it. Drew, I'm telling you seriously, if I would have had like an edible before, I would have ate that thing for fun. Anyway, let's just continue.
Yeah, too much bread. That's all.
Dude, it was a baguette, and I literally left like a sliver of it. I'm like, because my girlfriend was there. I didn't want to puke in front of her. I'm like, nah. I added bacon bits to it, but there's a lot of stuff. It was heavy. It's very heavy.
Yeah, like that's something you get. Like, okay, I'll get like a 1 foot, like a foot long of that's fine. Like maybe, but
no, but it was loaded too. People don't understand. The baguette was a heavy baguette. Like, if it was on a Wonder Bun, I would have crushed that thing.
Oh yeah, that would have been too easy though. That's why they did that. Okay, so Cam, end of the day, you like who to win this division? I can tell you the odds. Houston's plus 105, Jacksonville's plus 270, Indianapolis is plus 330, and Tennessee is plus 800. I will be betting on the Titans and the Titans only. I don't think the other ones are worth it, and I think the Titans could surprise the world.
I think the Titans, I'm going to pick Titans number 1.
Okay.
Houston number 2.
Okay.
Jacksonville 3, Indy 4. But this division, to me, don't ask me, people. Like, this division is always in my opinion, since I've been betting, this division is just anything could happen. Like, it is like other divisions I see. This one, I'm like, Drew, you can literally make a case for every team in this division. You could.
So we both agree the Titans are going to win this division. Is this crazy? Are we crazy?
Yeah, we're more than crazy.
Last show we both agreed Baltimore would come 4th place. Now we both agree Tennessee's going to win.
Houston might win the division, but I think Tennessee can win, and I think the Colts are a mystery team.
Yeah, watch Houston come out and win 14 games. I don't
they
think
could,
will,
but
yeah, you never know. All right, so the only win total bet we like on the AFC South is the Titans over. They're 6.5, and it's plus money. I think it's a steal. Cam thinks it's a steal. So run your book before that total goes up to 7.5 or 8.5. I think it won't get over 7.
Commentary Titan. We got to get some Titans gear, Drew, and rock the bar. Like, let's just go. Actually, their uniform's very sexy. They
also
a good
very great place to visit for a road game, Cam.
Oh, I agree. Wait, let's go to Nashville. Like, I got to tell you, it's one of my favorite cities in America. I love Nashville. I had a ball when
I was there for the draft, and it was absolutely unreal.
Oh, dude, great barbecue, great bars, great everything. Like, I have nothing bad to say about Nashville. Nothing.
I agree with you, Cam. All right. Well, that does it for our AFC South preview, Cam. Please click like, please click subscribe, please rate and review this podcast on all audio platforms. Let us know in the comments how crazy we are for picking the Titans to win this division. What is your division order? Do you think Houston just walks away with it like Vegas does? Or do you think another team can surprise? I think they're all very close and similar.
I have a feeling the comments are going to be laced with venom.
Yeah, we'll see.
But that's fine.
Yeah, it's preseason, Cam. We're going to get stuff wrong. That's the way the world works, Cam. But please, thank you. Please click like, click subscribe. We will see you next week when we start the NFC. Thanks, everybody.
This has been Drew and Stu. Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live. May the winners be yours and all of the best bets hit.